Today we're in the Centurion, and this is Let's Play episode number 3, I believe, and this is just amazing gameplay from me that this other day I had, and I think is quite good to illustrate some of the things I think about while playing. And first of all, you don't rush forward immediately. It's not necessary. You just take your advantage points. Take good positions using your fast speed if you can. If you're not that fast like the Centurion, then certainly just get into position, in the right position for you to get into, not too aggressive, because no one in your team is doing it. And I don't know why the CDC was trading with a hold down Centurion. I do not understand. So let's answer your question. I read a book about the British army during the Korean War, and they were equipped with the Centurion tank, and they were saying that it costed around 30k pounds at the time to get one of them. In today's money, 30k. Well, 30k nowadays is like nothing. You can just buy a car, probably not even a first-hand one. So actually 30k you can get one, but it won't be a really good car. But in the 1950s you could get a tank. But of course those times, everything was cheaper, and those times money worth a lot more. But 30k, and from the book they were saying that how if the British Army had Centurions back then during the World War II, then they could have done so much more, because the 20-pounder on this gun was brilliant, and they said how accurate it was on the move. And there you saw me load high explosive, because I think when you engage different opponents, you should use the right type of shells. And last time Striker has just showed us how to use his ammo during the end to finish off the 907 there, and I totally didn't see the IS-3 down there. I shoot him, and because of the Russian tracks I managed to bounce, and okay, aim it again, and okay, fuck that, and it's just not penning him really. The British 20-pounder, well, from the book they were praising the 20-pounder so much, and they were saying how good the Centurion was, and how it was like the counter Panther or something like that. It was to counter the Panther or something on that line, and they were saying how if this thing was in World War II, the British had this advantage over the enemy if they did have it. But yeah, the Centurion was accurate as hell apparently, but compared to modern tanks, of course, it's not that accurate either. But at the time, considering that you could fire on the move and hit, that is something the army was looking forward to having. And yeah, before World War II, well, during the World War II, you can't really fire accurately while on the move, so the tank has to stop, and that means easier for the enemy to shoot you as well. And okay, so we need to get here and start firing down on them. No, don't quite get them. But do I want to push? I don't think so. Looking at how the friend in the KV-4 is just getting taken out so much by the enemy TDs on the enemy team camping like that, I'm gonna keep on the blind shots. The Su-100Y is a big ass tank, and yeah, and there goes the kill. Okay, so I don't think I want to push. Most of you might. What would you have done here? Think about it. Analyze the play. This is how I learned how to play this game. I watched Jingles, I watched Quickie, but I soon realized that when I played about 3k games, I realized Jingles wasn't really doing well in his videos. So it's all about analyzing who you watch. And when I watch Quickie Baby, I'm like, okay, he's doing this right, he's doing that right, and he really explains it. So I did learn a lot from him. And also Sircon, I think Sircon is a beast, and so is Sir Fosh. The other YouTubers, I'm not that well, like Maxwell and all that. I'm not sure. From the stuff I watched them, I would rather learn from Sircon and the thing is, Sircon doesn't really teach you as much as Jingles. Jingles kind of explains it, but he can't really do it in his own gameplay. But I think if you just want easy way to learning something, I will try to provide that, and also learn it from Quickie, because I think a lot of his tactics I learn as well. And it's all about learning from your friends, the people you watch on YouTube to improve. And yeah, it's not just watching them for fun. I think you gotta think also in your head, what would you have done in this situation, and what would I have done? So you can see that I'm just not showing a lot of my tank. I'm just showing the bare minimum so that I would not now get penetrated, because I'm only on 200 health points. There's absolutely no chance that I would survive another hit from the Borsig unless they hit me in the turret. So we gotta be careful. So is the IS-3, but IS-3, shit, I take another big ass shot from the FCM, but the British gun just accurate as hell. 20 pounder just finishes off the FCM straight away. That was pretty bad play by me, but I'm not eager now to attack. I want to wait for a bit, especially we're not truly winning this yet. A Borsig alive, he can easily just take out your entire team if he does play well. So I don't want to risk it. And Tiger, don't quite get the kill on him, I don't think. Yeah, no, okay, I don't get it. But anyway, Borsig and artillery. We can try to get our top gun here. The thing with this tank is that it's not the most speedy tank ever, but at least as a medium, the acceleration's pretty good, but the top speed terrible for a medium, I would say. Look, it's struggling to go over 50. Well, in fact, it's not going over 50, not even going downhills like this. So I'm on 5 kills. We have a few guys who's competing with me to get the last 2 kills. So I'm thinking about loading high explosive, because if I do shoot the AMX and I don't shoot him in the tracks, I should be able to one-shot him. And should we take a snapshot? Yes. And oh my god, you can hear me cursing literally that time. How I did 70 damage. Yes, 70 damage to an RT, to the smallest RT in game almost. How can I only do just 70? Explain to me, please. But we have the Borsig, and I'm thinking about my high explosive here. So you need to kill steal somehow to get your top gun, and I'll say I'm pretty good at kill stealing when I do need to do it. Just gotta wait for your teammates to shoot, and you just take the kill. Pretty disgusting tactic, but if it gets you more XP and more medals, then why not do it when it doesn't really lose you the game or anything. You can afford to do that. And okay, Borsig gets spotted. 700, not gonna take the shot yet. Okay, 80 good, 82, take the kill. And that was Ace Tanko, and aced it.